What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and it's time. Hashtag Spec Op drop. The brand new Spec Op 33 has just launched, so we're going to have our first look and overview of it, and we'll see what it has to offer. We're going to start with the mission reward weapons that we can see so far. But by the way, I did also make an Electro PvP video, and I'm going to try to have that come out later tonight. Maybe tomorrow morning. But I knew if I put that out right now, everyone would just say, new Spec Op is out. And so I just figured we'd cover that first. Now in Mission 1, it does mention that the heroes missing include Kate Bishop, the Runaways, Nova, and so on. Now judging by just briefly taking a look at the mission, and from the article, when you go into battle, you're only going to have a choice of certain heroes. So that's what that's referring to. As for the drop, it's the Chaos Death Trap, an all-ally buff tech that causes attackers of your team to take damage and they're afflicted with Chaos Shot. It doesn't sound terrible, but I wish it had more, but at least you could make it a quick action, I suppose. Then as for Mission 2, the reward is going to be the Deathlok Eye. It's a subtle quick action. It's going to grant your agent Perfect Shot and Epiphany. So if your next attack is ranged, it's going to deal extra damage, and it's guaranteed to be a crit. At least it's a quick action to start out, but still, I'm not exactly thrilled by that. So then moving on to Mission 3, it does have the epic boss. The boss is going to be Deathlok, and they look to be pretty impressive. That's the epic boss though, and it doesn't show exactly which piece drops from her. But as far as the normal boss, Baron Zemo, you can get the Gore Blade. This melee slashing weapon has hemorrhaging attack, causes bleeding ×2, ravaged, and Mark of Zemo. This says any action will cause the agent to counter with a deadly counterattack. It can be removed with recharge, but it prevents counters and protect. That's pretty awesome. Plus it has Dance of Blood. Your entire team recovers health if the Sword of Zemo hits a bleeding target. This is a weapon that I can definitely get behind, so we're going to try to win that for sure. But items we know we're going to win is of course anything on the taskbar, so that begins with the blueprint for the Provisions Kit. Once you unlock this, you'll get 21,306 offense and defense in an item you could easily equip into your entire armory. So if you're needing to upgrade, this may be the time. As for the second researchable item, it's the blueprint for the Cybernetic Glove. This is a melee tech attack. It has deadly crits, exploit shields, and ignore defense. It's not exactly that great, but hopefully we get a better version at some point. As for the third researchable item, this is going to be the Plasma Launcher. It's at least an AoE attack that has Cybernetic Rehabilitation always active, and that increases the effect of healing received. It's also going to cause Exposed on all the enemies. Once again, a weaker version of the set piece, but it's a little bit better than the last one. And finally, the Quick Draw Plasma Pistol. Deathlok Set 1 of 4. This item is a quick action attack, which I love, and it has automated regeneration. With any other piece of the set, it applies a heal to the agent on use. Lastly, it grants a buff, increased evasion and defense. Now I'm just going to say right now, that's a great starting piece. But as for the final reward, it's going to be Cammi herself. She's a tactician, and she has 2 passives. The first of these is Teenage Astro Girl, gains grit when attacking, and counters with reduced potential and shield slam. She also has survival training, so damage is reduced by 50% while health is over 80%. Plus, by the way, she has very high starting health, so she seems pretty resilient. And I am noticing some sort of anti-shield theme in this one. But next, before we see her abilities, I do want to check out the other set pieces, so we'll go to the Research tab. The gold item this time is the Deathlok Fist, so that's set piece 4 of 4. It has deadly crits, ignore defense, and Deathlock potential. With any other piece of the set, it gains Exploit Shields and Paragon Exploiter, plus has a chance to activate again following its own use, as well as following the use of the Deathlok Cannon. I'm gonna say right now, that sounds pretty awesome. It definitely may have potential. Get it? Anyways, moving on to the next set piece. This one's going to be 204, and it's the Focused Plasma Launcher, an AoE attack that first has surging nanomachines. With any other set piece, it increases the effect of all healing received by the agent's team, and it has a chance to activate after the Quick Draw Plasma Pistol, which is a quick action, remember. Plus it's going to apply Dizzy, Exposed, and Weakened, so great for any Paragon exploiter. This is a pretty nice weapon, I have to admit. Then lastly, the Deathlok Cannon. It has one with the machines. With any other set piece, the agent gains Cybernetic and immunity to Winded. Plus it has a chance to activate after the Focused Plasma Launcher. Oh, and it gives Tech Upgrade, which this entire set is Tech. So basically those two immunities, especially Cybernetic, take away any major concerns you may have had. Cybernetic says immune to bleeding, burning, chilled, and obsolete tech, plus very high crit resistance. So you're going to want to have this piece. Pretty amazing, but now let's go ahead and check out Cammi and all of her abilities. Once again, she is going to be a tactician. Then we already saw her passives, and she looks like this in game, which is okay. I mean, I don't know how I feel about her, she's not super flashy or anything. But moving on to her level 1. This is called Plasma Shot. It has radiation exposure and ionized, so taking additional damage from radiation exposure. This could obviously help out with a bunch of energy attackers, especially someone like Iron Patriot. For her level 2, it's going to be a multi-function. This straight up says gadget. First, it has Distraction, a quick action that applies flanked and targeted, and grants herself grit. So not bad at all, we'll take any quick action like that, plus it's subtle. Then for the next part, it's Gather Intel. This grants herself combat expertise. Counterattacks when attacked by any attack. Now that's kind of redundant, but it also gives her Dynamic Edge. This is something interesting. It says attacks gain advantage, dealing extra damage against targets with reduced potential debuffs. So hey, we'll take that damage boost. And finally, she has Defensive Matrix. Consumes all stacks of grit to gain health. It's a quick action, and it grants her Covered and Shield. Plus she already has Survival Training, so just like we thought, she's very resilient, which is certainly a good quality to have. Now after that, we're going to move on to her level 6, and we can see it's called Jetpack Combo. First of all, jetpacks are already cool in my book, but this one has a magnetized blast mine, plus a chance to apply it to all enemies. Now I wish it was more than a chance, but still, it has that awesome mine, which has Paragon Exploiter, Exploit Attrition, and ignores defense. Plus this attack causes reduced potential. Unfortunately, it is a melee unarmed attack. So I don't like that part, but I do like the synergy with Winter Soldier. And maybe they're a decent team. We'll have to see. For her last ability, it's called Charge Shot. And this attack has Detonator. Detonates explosives on enemy targets. That sounds like it may just detonate every mine, meaning she would be good with Winter Soldier. And even Fixer. But besides that, this attack exploits radiation and has True Grit. Unfortunately, it has kicks like a mule, and I really hate that. It's one of my least favorite things on any ability, or any weapon, and I don't see why this attack needs it. It already has a 2-round cooldown, you could even increase that to 3 rounds if you want. But making her have to skip her next turn, I'm not a fan. The good news is it doesn't start cooldown, I guess. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of kicks like a mule. Still though, Cammi does look interesting. She should be pretty resilient. And like I said, there's a lot of shield hate in this one, which to me isn't a bad thing. That's going to be it though for our first look and overview. Tell me what you're most excited about. Is it the Deathlok set or the hero? Let me know in the comment section below. That's it for now, but thank you all for watching, Please like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck and take care.